Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from Green Bay. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's third and short. Everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on fourth down. So I don't love third and short, bomb, punt. I do love third and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on fourth down.
So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Jordan Battle up for the safety spot, makes the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. B.J. Hill shuts it down there.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Love. Over the middle and take it in. He's got it. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Packers.
12 yards. And the Packers, first down. First and 10 at the
These curl routes. He's been
line.
running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground. Back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Back to throw is Love. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
First and 10 now from the 36. They bring Chase in motion. Flacco. Look wide. Get this one complete. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Now Brown. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
At the 47-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And a Bengal first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Now Flacco. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. And the Bengals gonna have a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Here's the toss as they look to run, and he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like they'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
2 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 9.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Handoff here, up the middle. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and long. Throwing, Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Williams now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They fumbled it away on that opening possession. Fortunate, it only led to a field goal, so they're in a 3-0 hole as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Love to throw it on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Kraft. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Love. The left side, he finds Kraft. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
At the 26-yard line.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On 2nd down, Love. Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Over the top. He's got it. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Packers 7, Bengals 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Here's Flacco to throw. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
And it's 3rd down.
Third and 6. Here's Flacco. This one, deep downfield for Chase. That is hot. And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Makes the score Bengals 10, Packers 7.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Melton now to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Bengals on top, and we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They've got it, 2nd down and 12 to go. From the gun, it's Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, the Packers turn over to Daniel Whelan to punt. Charlie Jones, the return man for the Bengals. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw is Flacco. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 13 yards to start that drop. And a quick first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
They'll stick with him again. He'll dodge one would-be tackler. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. They bring Chase in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
The tight end Fant in motion. Back to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Packers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Love. The right side. Catch made by Dobbs. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Love. Open is the tight end, Pratt. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
That's a gain of 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
They'll go for it. Love. He's going to uncork one. Looking for Wicks. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
They bring Chase in motion. Flacco to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
First down, Bengals.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Flacco. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
He was brought down by
Give him 14 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st down, Cincinnati.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Got his man at the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. Edgerrin Cooper in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Hero. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
Short of the goal line.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Hero. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now The tension mounts. 4th and goal.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
They'll try to run. A second effort, and he is in. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, Bengals. Greg, I wasn't so certain about leaving the offense out there, but they did, and it paid off with a touchdown.
And I love it, Mike. I think we're starting to see this more and more often in today's NFL. Take advantage of field position. Put the trust in your offense. It's exactly what their head coach does here, and certainly pays off.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will get out in front, 17-7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Melton now to return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Love to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Love. Work in the middle, that's Kraft, he's got it. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man. So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a 2nd defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Gesicki, the man in motion. A carry here for Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Carl Brooks in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Flacco. Looking down the field, but that ball's incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense headed back to take over once more. Start on the ground with Bengals. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2 minutes to go here till halftime.
1 yard gain.
Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Love. Pass, punt. It's Golden. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
That's good.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Love. This one caught at the 4. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw is Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But You got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This about as short as you can get. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers start back within a score. It's now 17-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing, Flacco. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll try to set up the screen here. He's belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play. Third and long. The tight end Fant in motion. Here's Brown. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. Here's Ryan Rico now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Packers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. To throw is Wood.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Second and a yard. One final throw before the break. That's caught. Down the field is Heath. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
Check his crash. He's checking the crash.
From the gun, it's Love. Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
A second down throw for Love. Downfield, he's got his receiver Wicks. A gain of 24 through the air. First down, Packers.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Packers first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got it inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Jones now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They bring Chase in motion. Here's Flacco. He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Flacco to throw. He'll find Andre Yosibas. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Third and a yard. Here's Flacco to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Wayne Walker.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. Here's the screen taken in by Jacobs. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Tie game, 2nd half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game, so it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This is going to be from 53 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers move out in front, 20-17.
Job number 1 on this drive. Find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Flacco. Push on Higgins, who makes the grab. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. They bring Chase in motion. To throw is Flacco. And that one's thrown away to the sideline. It's incomplete. It's a frustrating series. It'll bring up 4th down.
Really nice coverage here on 3rd down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 1st and 10, here's Love. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And it might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll run with Jacobs. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Here's Love to throw. He's got it! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 32 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
That is into the hands of Wicks. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
On 2nd down, Love. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and long. Here's Love. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Jacobs, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Field goal, a 40-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Packers will extend their third-quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They get set to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Flacco. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Complete to number 5, T. Higgins. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They bring Chase in motion. Throwing, Flacco. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable and just line up and snap it again.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And they'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. To start the drive. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
17 yards.
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
On first down, it's Love. That's to Dobbs again. And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
Anybody who thought this coach was going to get conservative with this late lead is sadly mistaken, Mike. They're out here still throwing haymakers with this passing game. They're not content with just having the lead. They're looking to increase it.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
On second down, Jacobs. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Here's Jacobs. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and goal. Throwing is Love. That one taken in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Set up for the 2-point conversion.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's going to be caught. So add a couple couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Bengals 17.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
That's into the hands of Yosibas. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 54 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish.
And he will score. Game on. Samaje Perine. Touchdown, Bengals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Packers 31, Bengals 24.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Melton now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Love to throw it on first down. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
A 1-yard loss on the play.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they are in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting 3rd down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Running is Jacobs. Past midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
4th quarter, you
41-yard
find
line.
yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I think the back just needs to be a little bit more decisive in the run game, and not everything is always going to be perfectly blocked, Mike. There's times where you just have to say, okay, let's get back past the line of scrimmage, pick up a couple yards, and just keep this ball going forward.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Love. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Makes the score Packers 38, Bengals 24.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Flacco to throw. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
To the left side, caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. It's a Cincinnati first down. Flacco. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Catch left side is made by Higgins. They'll get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. Flacco to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can before 3rd down. That one incomplete. Recovery outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Packers offense ready to get back to work. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Second and 8.
They get him down. It's no gain. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. Talk things over before third down. They'll drop to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
On comes the Packers punting team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Good coverage by the team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This is 1st and 10. To throw is Flacco. To the outside, it's looked in by Chase.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's second down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Open man, downfield, Chase has it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
At the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Here's Flacco. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 16 on that pass play. And the Bengals going to have a first down. Now Flacco. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they will indeed try to tack on two. They'll run for it with Brown. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for two doesn't pay off. Unable to cut any further into the deficit. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.